The 1920s, also known as the Roaring Twenties, was a decade of contrasts. The First World War had ended in victory, peace had returned, and with it prosperity. There were huge advances in science and technology. The advent of air travel helped to bring about growth in overseas tourism. The golden age of the cinema began with new theaters popping up around the country. Women in the 1920s were more independent than ever before. For the bright young things from the aristocracy and wealthier classes, life had never been better. Nightclubs, jazz clubs, and cocktail bars flourished in the cities. In this video you will see rare stunning photographs of people and places all over London in the 1920s, charts a decade of great change and progress in England's capital. This picture shows what traffic jams looked like in the past in London. At the Ascot races, a woman prepares to put up her umbrella against the rain. In this photo taken around 1924, the most ridiculous bicycle of the world. Everyday life in London during the 1920s. The fashion trends of the 1920s were more casual and relaxed. Theatre performs a scene from the Egyptian ballet on the Thames embankment. Sydenham Hill Park employees pull out a model of an ichthyosaur, a prehistoric sea reptile, for the annual pond cleaning. The 1920s is considered the jazz age, because this was the time when jazz music blossomed and became tremendously popular. Londoners gather to see a circus elephant in the street. Victoria Bus Station in 1927. Apple delivery truck. Payne's Fireworks is one of the oldest firework companies. This is a great view of Tottenham Court Road in 1927, at its junction with Oxford Street and Charing Cross Road. Teenagers in the 1920s had a lot in common with today's teens. Arthur Conan Doyle and family, at Waterloo Station in 1923. Trainee fashion models learn how to carry themselves gracefully by balancing books on their heads at a school of modeling and deportment in the West End of London. Children from the Royal Caledonian School enjoying a festive Christmas pageant on an open-top bus, which is carrying Santa and his helpers. Monday morning rush hour on London Bridge. The Roaring Twenties brought about iconic and timeless styles. The first-class lounge on board a London Midland. A greengrocer enjoys a cigarette as he drives down the street with his London shop. A woman standing in the doorway of an camper at an exhibition in London in 1927. A bus and a midget car in a London street. In the 1920s, sheep were routinely introduced into London parks to keep the grass under control and reduce mowing costs. This photo showing the amazing women's street style from the 1920s. Farm horse pulling giant hay wagon. By 1920, B-types had replaced all horse buses, and most motor buses in London. The general strike, the only one to take place in Britain, was called on May 3 in 1926. A crowd of passers-by gather round an overturned bus, in Shirland Road in 1925. Police dogs assisted in the apprehension of a suspect in 1924. Females could be seen in the streets wearing trousers, collared shirts, and blazers. An inscription on the wall of one of the shops in London, made by the owners so that the locals would not destroy it, confusing them with the Germans. Trams run on routes through parts of South London. The famous Barrack Market in Soho, which will be closed shortly for the construction of 2 garages. Kilt is part of the traditional dress of Scotland. Fashion in the 20s was a move towards simplicity and casualness. An English nanny driving a motorized pram. Photograph showing toddlers in a donkey cart being led by a nurse. Policemen in a rowing boat rescue inhabitants of Spring Lane. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, please to subscribe, and remember to click the like button. Good luck and take care.